The giant petrel bird of Antarctica has a very interesting defense mechanism that it uses whenever it's afraid of something. It projectile vomits on that perceived threat with enough force to knock down a human being. Crude, but effective. Arguably, the doyen of marriage therapy, John Gottman, has identified 4 traits that present themselves in marriage that destroy marriages, basically. And ironically enough, he, a Jew, calls them the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And they are criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling. We're going to look at one of them, defensiveness. The next deadly relationship sin is defensiveness. Often defensiveness and criticism work off of each other, and they compound one another. For instance, in a marriage, say the wife is wanting something to change in the marriage, and she expresses that to her husband, and he takes it as criticism, so he builds a wall of defensiveness. She doesn't feel heard, and so she asserts herself even more, and he builds an even higher wall. And by that time, she gets even aggressive with her criticism, and he builds an even higher wall because he just wants to escape that intensifying criticism, and one thing leads to another, and finally they've escalated right off the map. Some of the classic headers for defensive statements are, yes, but, what about when you, at least I'm not, or you're the one to talk. Now, some defensiveness is actually healthy. For instance, if there's a lie circulating about you, don't be afraid to correct misconceptions people may have. And certainly a person needs to be defensive if they're being attacked verbally or, God forbid, physically. But a pattern of defensiveness becomes a problem. The replacement for defensiveness is openness. You heard me right. The very attack that you perceive as something that would destroy your happiness may be a blessing in disguise. We have an expression, eat the meat but leave the bones. It's kind of a funny one for me. I'm a vegetarian, but I totally get it. Take what that person is saying and extract from it the part that is valuable to you. There may be aspects to what they're saying, or maybe the way that they're saying it, that is unacceptable. But there may be something in what they're saying that is really a blessing in disguise. Often we become defensive because we have distorted thoughts about the particular interaction in which we are engaged. We might have like schematic underlying thoughts like relationships should always be happy, there should never be any problems, or I should be perfect, people should never find anything wrong with me, or if there are problems in the relationship, I must have failed. And those unrealistic expectations and distorted thoughts lay a foundation that makes it almost impossible for us to receive criticism in a gracious way, and we become defensive. One of the exercises I like to engage in counseling is something that I call argue the other person's case. We are so inclined to defend our own agenda, and from that comes defensiveness. What I do is I try to reverse that trend with individuals so that they take the part of the other person and advance their agenda. Let me give you an example. Say there are 2 brothers, Tom and Jim. Both Tom and Jim want to have Christmas vacation with the large extended family at their house. What I would do is I would get them to argue each other's case. So that Tom would say to Jim, you know, Jim, you have more children and traveling is more difficult and inconvenient for you, so let's have it at your house. And Jim would say, you know, Tom, I know what you're saying, but I love your house. It's right on the beach and you have more space, so let's have it at your house. And they get used to the feeling of not being defensive, and they really kind of like it. And then what we find is that they can come together and solve the problem rationally without turning it into a power struggle. So next time you get in a conflict situation, try just looking at the situation from the other person's vantage point. And I think most of the time you'll find that kind of a little miracle occurs. Voila, defensiveness gone, communication happening, love flowing.